just to see if it makes it easier, because obviously if it doesn't exist, we're gonna struggle.
What are you looking at? What are you thinking of?
I'm actually looking at some of the Discover stuff, so I'm actually looking at. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at some decals which other people have made,
Yeah.
and I'm just typing in things like rock just to see if they come up with any images of a rock. I don't know
Nice.
why anyone would want to have an
I
image
really,
of
I
a
really
rock.
want to rock.
Oh, they've got
That's
AC/DC decals. Oh,
nice.
oh, I've got to come back to that, especially if we're advertising rock bands. Considering the fact you have posted me in some stuff on Facebook regarding to albums. Anyway, I'll come back to that. We'll just start designing the car and we can decide as we go along. So we're going into Library Editor. We are creating a new design for the NSX GR4. So the first thing I tend to do, I tend to actually do the race items first. Because
Race
once
items.
you Yeah, because when you put the race items onto the car, when you do like the design, it comes up with that plaque and it covers a certain area of the car. And what I try and do, I try to design around it and not under it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might put something behind it and it
Yeah.
doesn't show up on the actual car because it's covered by that number.
Yeah. Totally makes sense.
So now I think about it, do we have a color in mind on what we want to paint the car? I'm
Ooh.
thinking black as a generic car color, and then
Yeah.
do any trim colors as a as like a color that we decide on. So, what do you want to do? Do you have a particular type in mind?
Not really. I'm sort of easy. You know.
Okay,
Well, I like thinking of like you go with what you're thinking of. I like that.
I
For
like the black. I'm looking at type 4.
yeah, same. I've gone type four, black as well, and
The number
uh,
can be our own number because
yeah,
this is technically designed for our own cars. So,
yeah.
for any guys that know,
There was a part of me going to go like, how are we going to differentiate which car's which? Because, but obviously the number's different.
the number is different for one, and when it comes to the driver name, it actually comes on.
Hmm.
So we're keeping the base color black anyway. So
What
we
about
want.
window sticker? Are you going white or black?
I'm going black.
So
What I tend to do, I tend to have the car number and the window sticker the same color.
yeah,
And depending on what color the car is going to be, will depend on what color the driver's name is going to be. Oh, we can
right.
actually change the color of the light cover as well.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
sweet. Finally. I was saying about that, wasn't I?
Yeah, and we can have it yellow. I actually do like it. Yellow on black looks quite cool.
Yeah, yeah. I've gone yellow. I might go for some yellow racing wheels actually. So that'll stand out
Okay,
quite a bit.
so what I've got car number type 4, the sticker is black, the
Yep.
driver name is white, and the light cover is yellow, yeah?
So I have gone obviously type four black, uh, racing name white, but I've gone for the sticker above on the windscreen. I've gone for white instead, just so like we'll notice which one's which. You know what I mean?
Oh, can do. Actually, yeah, okay, so we're saying that I stick with black, you
Yeah,
stick with white.
yeah,
Okay, I'll go with that.
cool.
So, the wheels. This is going to be quite interesting
It depends. It
because
depends which special wheels you've got.
now I've got majority of my wheels are rays. It depends on what rays you have. Oh,
Yeah, mine are. I th- let me see. Yeah, mine are obligatory all rays as well.
okay, that's good to know. What is there one? I do like the Rays GTS if you have that one.
GTS. Let's have a look. I haven't got that one. The T TE37 Ultra. Those look quite.
Oh, I've got the SL.
Oh, what?
Oh,
TE37V SL?
okay. So, I'll rewind a second. Did you say Ray's TE37 Ultra?
Yes, I did
Me
before,
and you.
but I have the SL as well.
Okay, I've actually got both of those. So, shall we decide between them two?
Rock,
Don't
paper,
forget we
scissors.
can change the colour.
Rock, paper, scissors again?
Rock paper scissors, right? I'll be Ultra. You be SL. Okay.
I'll go SL. Yeah, cool.
Cool. Right. Rock paper scissors paper.
Paper.
Damn. Rock paper scissors
Scissors.
scissors. Rock paper scissors rock.
Rock. Get off it.
Right. Rock paper scissors rock.
Scissors.
I win that one, so we're going for Ultra. Okay. Because I won that round, what do you want to go for? 1 inch or 2 inch?
I'd say. Let's see what 2 inch looks like. 2 inch looks quite nice.
I agree. Considering that it's a big car, big
It
wheels
just
make
fits into it, I guess. Yeah,
Yep, I'm happy with that.
nice.
Now the colour. Now you said something about yellow.
Yeah.
Now I have some specialised paints already, depending
Yeah.
if you've got them. So we could go for, because I got the K1 Chrome, so it's a silver colour,
Yeah.
or I have the Y3 Candy Metallic.
I've got a yellow Y3 Candy Metallic as well.
That's the one that I've got.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Because that's actually the colour that is used on most of our cars in pack anyway.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, go for that one.
Funny how me and you've got the same paint things, considering that it's on a rotating
Yeah, on a
sort
rotating
of,
basis.
what's it?
Just
Okay,
just before coming on, I was like, buy everything I can, colour-wise.
just because you knew this was going to happen.
This was gonna happen. I haven't got a lot. Try to get some in there.
Okay, now we've got the main paint colour, which is what I go on next. So we've done, just so I go back a few steps, so we've done the racing items, we've done the wheels. I'm going to go back to paint, and I'm going to do paint all, but I will be doing some like two-tone, so there'll be one colour of one, and then another colour of another. So we could try specialist colours, but it depends on what we have in our bank. So, do we want to stick with the black, or do we want to try the K1 Chrome? Because I think that Chrome does look cool, and we can always put the trim to compromise it.
See, I don't have that colour specifically. See, whereas I don't know, I quite like the black on yellow type thing that's happening, or like a
Okay.
lighter black, like a metallic grey type thing off the
So when you
colour
say a
palette.
metallic grey, do you mean like how many from the black? So you're on black now. One, two, three.
4 in, I think it is.
So I'm looking at the fourth column from the right
Yeah.
on that grey.
Maybe even one over from there, a little bit lighter as well. That looks quite nice, actually.
What, the fifth?
Yeah, the fifth one actually. It looks like the new Ford type colours that they've brought out. Bit. Yeah,
Okay.
just makes the yellow a bit more
Stand
coming
out.
through, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, we'll go with that. What about the paint type? Do we want it solid, metallic, or pearl?
You go for it. You choose.
I think metallic.
Yeah, same.
Most cars I design, I always use metallic, mainly because it's a compromise. It's like you've got, I mean, if you talk real life cars, I always find metallic paints stand out a lot better.
Yeah. I don't get the deal with pearl because I don't see any any difference between that one and metallic. But solid sometimes I use. Yeah, just it depends on the car and what colour scheme you're going with.
Yeah. Okay, so we know we've got the yellow. Ooh, ooh. You're gonna like this one. Okay, you know when you've selected the grey colour, it then brings up body, bonnet, side mirrors, and rear wings.
Yes.
Now, what I tend to do the side wing the same as the wheels, so I put that as a yellow, which actually does look quite cool.
Yeah, like.
And I also do the rear bump, get the word out. I also do the rear wing, the metallic yellow as well.
Yeah. So you're saying
Now,
you've got wings and the uh,
side mirrors.
yeah, side mirrors.
I'm gonna look at the bonnet, but I want your opinion on this one 'cause the way it looks cool. So if you do the side mirrors, because we've already got the wheels, and we've already got the side mirrors, and we've also got the rear wing. What's your take on the bonnet being the same colour?
See, like, uh, I'll be honest, I'm always for a black, black bonnet. I don't know what it is. I love it.
Okay, you said
Uh,
black bonnet, so
yeah.
if we change the bonnet to black, and I will be perfectly honest with you, that actually does work
Mhm. Because
quite
like,
nicely.
have you noticed like under the mirrors, it seems like a bit black as well. Like, I don't know, it just blends in, I guess,
Yeah,
a bit.
it might be the shadow, but
Yeah, maybe.
no, I think you could be right. They are black.
Yeah.
And because we've got the black numbers on the side, I mean, I know I've got the black, does look quite cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, I'll go with
Cool.
that. So we've got the metallic grey, we've
Yep.
got the metallic black bonnet, and we've got the side mirrors and the rear wing and the
Yellow.
wheels as that metallic gold.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Now we come on to the most interesting part of the car design. Considering the fact we've got to somehow talk to each other while doing this.
We should
Now,
have practiced before. This is gonna be like
well, if you if there's any designs that you like, what I can probably do is I can probably tell you what I tend to start with. Now, the rule I have in these decals is that I try not to overlap decals with. So, like, if we got brands, that's
yeah.
fine. But if we've got a pattern, we try our best not to cover them. But what I start with first, I tend to start with the patterns like stripes and
Yeah.
wavy patterns beforehand.
See, like I try
So
and do it so that I'll always start on the left-hand side, and once I finish that left-hand side, I'll literally duplicate everything over onto the other side, and just makes it so much easier.
okay. Well, what I'm going to tell you, I do mine slightly differently, and you might see the reason why. So, before we do anything, if you go to the very bottom where it says decal texture,
Oh yeah.
now it's set on gloss at the moment. I tend to put them on matte because the gold trim is actually a matte metallic. I know it's
Okay.
not candy matte metallic and stuff, but
Sure.
the matte seems to go with that. So if we stick with matte on that one, and then what I'm going to do, instead of going on the body first, I'm going to do the bonnet. Because whatever I put on the bonnet, I put on the side and the rest of the cars.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do pattern design first. So I want your opinion. Now, if you go onto the select decal and then you go onto shape 1 and then it's shape 01-11.
So the two larger
Stripe.
stripes.
Yeah, that's it. Now, when you do it, I'm designing it so that it's just on the inside of the number 17. Sorry, rephrase that, because it's 17 on my car, it's whatever number it is on
I was
yours.
going to say that
So
ain't going to be the same
basically,
as mine.
so basically, on the design of that, if we so not so that it's not level with that sticker, that number, we just put it on the inside of the square and then we stretch it across the whole entire length of the bonnet. So in terms of its width, um, where the edges of the H's are, that's where the black line goes through the middle.
Yeah.
Told you it would be easier to explain it if I do it that way.
The measurement are going to look completely different. You know what's going to happen.
I know, that's what I want to see if it works. So basically, it's a challenge as well as anything else. Let's see how well we can design our car. Let's see how good the explanation is. Now, the colour. The
Yeah.
colour's going to be interesting. Now, I'm going to go... In fact, I'm going to let you decide the colour on this one.
Oof.
Being a black bonnet, and I'm only saying this from previous designs, I think have that stripe the same colour as the, or as close to the metallic gold as we can.
Yeah.
So where it says, so when you know where on the bottom it says colour picker,
Yeah.
if you go down to the H, I set that to 13. Now I don't know why, but on my one it seems to glitch.
Fair enough.
So okay, so if you do the S as 88, the V as 97, and then the H as 12, would you say that's close to the colour of the stuff?
What did you put V at?
V is 97.
97. Oh, I was bang on it. 97. S was what again? Sorry?
88.
88. 88, and why has it gone to 0? That isn't right. You are on that. Oh yeah. No, that isn't too far off.
That's how I managed to get my thing. You can tell I designed for the gods. Anyway, I digress. We could put another pattern on here, you know. Not so much, what is it? Not so much stripes or anything, but is there a particular pattern or anything that you like you could put onto the car?
See, like, hold on. If we're still on bonnet, what I tend if we take 2 from pattern 1, you'll see what I mean. So if you go to the bottom, I've been practicing with this a little bit, messing around with it on one of my new cars that I'll be hopefully finishing on later. There's like a which one is it? Pattern 01-119. It's sort of like a honeycomb type thing.
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
And
And
yeah.
where are we placing this bundle of joy?
See, like, I'm considering, like, if so, it comes over the number, doesn't it? So if you take it and get it horizontal to the stripes that we put in.
Okay, to save a hassle, I'm not sure if you knew this, but to save a hassle with rotating it estimation-wise,
Oh yeah.
if you you know when you go where it has set projection area, layers control, decal color,
Oh
edit
yeah.
decal, and finish and stuff. If you go on layer control, there is actually okay, it won't work because I thought differently. But you can actually horizontally wise do it. This
No,
is where the kind.
I've been able to do it. I've been able to duplicate it.
Okay, so where are we positioning it?
So I basically put both um, so that they're the same, like across the stripe.
Across the stripe. So is it like at an angle or is it over the top of it?
Just over the top of like the yellow stripe, if you see what I mean. Stripes.
Okay, and how big is it? Is it like
Just
level
so
with?
just so it fits in, not so that it goes over into the black bonnet and just so it fits in, it looks a little bit different. If that makes sense.
Not really. So you've got one, I take it.
Yeah. I've got two now.
That doesn't help either. So where are we positioning one of them then?
Let's see. So, I have two stripes that we put in on the bonnet, yeah?
Yeah.
So, if you put that into one of the stripes, so just so it fits, and then you just stretch it in just so like you get like a inch or two off the edge of the yellow stripe, and it just fits in there
So is
on
it
both
in the
sides.
middle?
Yeah, in
All
the mid,
right, I think I get you. I think.
just so it
I
fits, it literally just fits in the stripe itself
So it's not touching the black at all,
at all.
but it's okay. I get you now. So what we're doing is, correct me if I'm wrong. So it's white at the moment on my screen.
Yep.
So we're doing it from the top of the stripe of the bonnet, which is
Yep.
going underneath the get the word out, underneath the number sticker,
Yep.
and it's going to be duplicated throughout the whole entire length of that stripe, and
Yes.
it's duplicated on the other side.
Yes.
Right. And what color is this going to be?
Um, I was thinking something like along the lines of try and fit in the same grey. I'm not too sure. With the yellow, you know, try and
Yellow can work with grey,
yeah,
especially the fact that we got that compromise, and plus the bonnet's already black anyway.
yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that with the same grey.
I'm just trying to play with it, see what happens. Different colours and all that. Yeah, the greys looks good. Yeah. I'll get rid of that one.
Talk about precision.
You haven't been able to.
I've been able to do it. I mean, it's not as noticeable,
Yeah.
but damn, precision. The thing is, I am a perfectionist, so if I'm ever designing anything, I always try and make it so that it mirrors.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now that didn't work. No, I tell a lie, it did work. I'm just not looking in the right place. So basically what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just mirroring exactly what I've done so it matches. It just saves hassle trying to make sure it's all right. So, and it also saves a bit of time. So there you go. I have a nice... It actually reminds me of the game Hexagons, that one that was used to be on Challenge. Anyway, so we've got... Have you done the pattern on that stripe then?
Yeah, sorted.
Cool. Waiting for me. That's what you were doing.
I'm not
Now,
saying that.
there is something else which I think might look cool. I mean, I don't know what you think, but I tend to put other stuff on the bonnet. Now, the
Yeah.
driving. Now, when you're looking at the bonnet, the driver is on the left-hand side.
Yes.
So what I tend to do, you sometimes, if you look at it down the middle, one side sometimes tends to be different to the other side because it's like the sort of pattern as it would be, if that
Right.
makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Now, I think I know where we're going with this experiment with the hexagons and stuff. I actually like it as well, but I think we need to probably put in another hexagon,
Mhm.
and I want your take on it. Okay, so if you select the same one, but instead of duplicating it, we make it bigger so that it covers. Just trying to get it right. Okay, so we angle it so that it's in level with the curvature of the bonnet on the left side,
Okay.
and where the two at the so when you angle it, so it's vertical.
Right.
Um, the two shapes at the bottom, one of them's barely visible, but the one that's on the top hexagon of the two is basically the touching the chrome at the bottom of the
Bonnet.
bumper, the
Yeah,
bonnet. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And it's basically fits inside. So when you look, so when it's angled, it's the tip of it is sort of touching the corner of that number, and then when you click on it, you're changing the color to that chrome yellow again.
Well done.
And I'm looking at it, it actually looks quite cool. Gives it a sort of unique design. While Nibbles is actually doing it, I should probably say this is not pre-planned. This is all made up as we go along. We're trying to, we kind of had a little idea on what we wanted to do. I mean, this channel is new and it is something that's going to be a bit more frequent going forward. I mean, we're used to making videos anyway in real life because we're part of an airsoft channel, but we're trying to get used to streaming video games, and this may be something that you can learn from us because of how we design our cars. I mean, this is the first time I've actually designed a livery with someone else, where we sort of try and help each other out to see how we're going to design it. I mean, yeah, it's tricky, but it's patience, isn't it? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, just a bit. Not in a bad way.
So yeah, have you managed to get that shape?
Yeah, just trying to fit in.
So basically, when you're looking at it, you've got one, two, three, four, five, six. So you can just in the middle row out of those hexagons, you can see three of them are actually on the bonnet, and one of them is slightly just off the edge of the bonnet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I've got it.
That will be an interesting one to see how it looks on your car.
It's not going to look right, but it's going to be different.
When we
But
actually start racing, it'll be interesting to see what our liveries look like. And what I'll do for the benefit of the stream, when you share it, I will add your livery to my car, and I will add on you can add on the livery to your car, and we can see how close we are. That'll be quite interesting.
it's so going to be messy. This is not going to be
Okay,
right at all. Hold on. Right, try.
so
That.
in terms of the design on the left side, it's complete. There's nothing else I want to put on that side because we don't want to overhaul it with so many stuff.
Yeah.
Along the right side, you know there's like a gap. There's like a nice little flat gap in the middle between the actual vent and the edge of that number plate.
Yep.
I think we should put a row of decals along that thing. You know, like how they did on the Fast and Furious car. I can't remember which one it is. The GTR.
Yeah.
I think we should probably have a little string of one-liner brands, and we just basically just dish it all the way down the side, and we sort of go in a line that goes with the shape of that scoop, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't look like it's a flat, straight line of decals. We sort of angle them so, you know, when you look at the scoop, it's not straight down. It sort of curves into the inwards.
Yeah.
Do the same sort of thing, but with the decal. So we use that groove as a sort of reference of guidance of how big and how we place the decals as we go along. Which brings me on to my question of what brands do we want to put on here?
Um.
We could. I know we tend to go with. I mean, I've got a load of downloaded ones that I've already got, but I'm not going to worry about them because it's going to cause too much hassle for me and you to try and get the same one. So we're not worrying about that. I will.
Let me just. Have you got anything like, you know, like the purchase ones, purchase items?
Yes, I. Oh yeah. The lightning and the
Y-
electrical one.
yeah, I always put those on just because they look aesthetically correct.
Yeah, I do agree. I've got Kill Switch 01 and Kill Switch 02.
Same.
I've also got the same for the extinguisher and the the extinguisher.
Extinguishers.
Extinguishers, yes.
Shiz. I usually go with the 01s personally.
I agree because it actually looks right, like you say, it looks right. Now, I'm going to sound stupid. Which is
Never.
which?
Which is which?
Yeah.
What do you mean, which is which?
As in, what's the electric switch off and what's this extinguisher?
I believe the electrical switch off is the red button at the top is electrical, and the cord must be the extinguisher.
That
That is
kind of makes sense. And how big are we having it?
I tend to go quite not super small, but like compared to when you get it originally, it's tiny.
Yeah, I get you. So we're going for closer to the number.
Mm.
It's the electrical one, and the extinguisher is further away to the middle.
Yes. Yes, I think what you said is correct.
This is going to be interesting. Okay, I have done those two designs. This is actually the first car I've actually put those on.
Really?
Yeah, I I didn't know what they were until I saw some of
Googled.
the other cars, but I'm actually quite happy with that. And
Yeah.
I've got them exactly the same size because I'm not sure if you do the same thing, but when you get a shape of one shape, you want the other one to be exactly the same. So I duplicate the same shape, go back to the main
Ah.
design, and then I replace the decal. That
I get
way,
what you're saying.
it gets it right. I mean, when this stream does go on my YouTube, you can actually look back on how I did it, and it might give you a bit of pointers to do it. And that goes for you guys who are also wondering how I get things exactly the same shape as well.
Hold on, I'm just trying to do the same thing and just having to duplicate, copy, paste, delete.
That sounds something like out of Walking Dead. It's like bite, chew, swallow, repeat.
Yeah, literally. Right, so no, I'm pressing the wrong buttons, and then replace decal. There it is. E. Ah, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. That looks good.
Okay, back to the brands.
Brands.
I think we definitely have to put Rays. We definitely should put on Brembo for the brakes.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to start with
What like right? So I always go with one of the decals is the main decal. So like it's big, bold, it's out there.
Okay, if that's the case, looking at the color scheme of our car, I think, shall we? I like the Rays, but
Yeah.
that's more of a wheel advertisement than anything else.
Doesn't
But
matter.
I'm just gonna have a quick look at some of the decals because I've got two in my mind which sort of screams we've got to put it on. Do we? Ooh, actually, take a look at AEM because I've just had a look at what it actually is, and it's Performance Electronics. And the good
AEM.
thing is, they are actually got a similar sort of color gold,
Hmm.
and
The
not
red.
only that, the sort of hexagons look like electrical components. Okay, people can say that no, it doesn't, but it's got that electrical feel to it, and it looks very futuristic.
Which one are you going for?
Okay, I'd say I've chosen the main brand. We don't want it to be black, so we want it to be white. So if anything, I'll let you choose.
Hmm.
Now, you said you want it to be the main one, but I'd say the top of the line is the main one in my book. So I'm thinking going forward, because we can always put the main decal on the side of the car.
Yeah.
So I'm saying for this, we can either go for 06 or 07. The only thing is, they both look exactly the same.
Let's see. How to 06. And what was the other one? Sorry?
Or 07. But the thing, I've just looked at them and they both look exactly the same.
Ah.
So if we're reading the right one, they should be Infinity.
Yeah, it's Infinity AEM
Yep.
on the bottom there.
What do you want to go for? 0 or 6? Sorry, 7 or 6?
Seriously, what is the difference?
I don't know.
uh, Seven's my lucky number, so I'm going 7.
Okay, I'll go 7 as well. And how do one want... Get that in English. How do we want to place it? Bearing in mind, I know you said that you have this as a main decal. I think, personally, place it just underneath. So it's underneath the electrical symbol, but it's above the number that we have.
Um, mm,
And it sort of stands on its own, because, I mean, bonnet is one thing, but I think if you want something to stand out, have it so that it's bigger on the side.
I might have done it a little bit different.
Okay,
No, I'm just. You do it your way. I'm just a bit curious to see how this comes out.
okay, fair enough. So we're using the same brands, but we're designing it
Yes.
slightly differently.
Yes.
Okay, this might be interesting.
Yeah.
But so the deal is we can place them however we want to,
Yes.
but we use the same brands.
Yes.
Okay, that might speed things up a little bit as well. So Infinity is the main. So we are definitely in agreement that the Infinity AEM is the main brand, or I should say AEM is the main brand that we're using for this car.
Correct. Yes.
Cool, right. That I can work with. In terms of, so let me know when you're ready to go on to your next
Yeah.
decal. So I've
Go
got
for
one
it. Go for
lined
it.
up.
Go.
Okay, cool. Alpine Stars 06.
06. Yeah. I like Alpenstein. There's nothing.
Well, that's actually the brand of the gloves that I use when I'm racing, so it makes sense to use them. And I'm putting this, so it doesn't really matter where we're placing them because they're
Play.
both different.
Yeah. Place them where you like.
Let me know when you. I say just say yep when you've placed it.
Yup.
Cool. Any other brand in mind? While
You.
we're in the A to C or D or whatever this goes up to? E?
Trying to
This
think.
excludes the wheels, tyres and brakes because I put them up towards the bottom of the car.
Yeah.
Champion? Castrol?
Yeah, either one of those. Or Elf. Elf? No. Go with Champion. Castrol? Champion. I don't know. Champion.
Okay,
Go Champion.
you said champion and I agree with champion as well.
Cool. I'm so curious how this is going to come out.
It's looking interesting so far. I'm trying my best not to have them too close together because we don't want it to dominate or just look like a massive mess, so I'm just going to space them out. I do want to say 3 for the bottom because they're the ones that I'll be using for the brakes and the wheels. and other stuff. But one that does stand out for me, because we've got spark plugs being champion, I think oil, redline oil,
Red line oil.
which is under R, and it's the white one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the white one. Okay. Okay.
Right. Just while I was in there,
I
I will be
can...
putting Tug Hure. Is it Tug Hure?
I beg your pardon?
Tag Hure? But I'll probably do that slightly differently, so I won't do that one just yet. What about petrol station? What do you use? I think because Shell's not really used, I don't think, in NSX world, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, um, Texaco?
Which one?
Texaco. So it's the one that looks like a star, or total.
What's this? Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. I go. Which one are you going for? With
I'm
Texaco.
I'm looking at Texaco because I know we've got a yellow and grey and black theme going on, but I
Yeah.
have noticed there has been some hints of red, so I'm going to stick with Texaco.
Which Texaco sign are you going with?
I'm going with I can't actually remember what it was.
Zero, the third one, or the
I
like
think it was
smaller
the third
logo,
one.
or
Because of how I'm designing it, I've gone with 03.
cool, same. That looks sick. I don't think I want to put any more decals on the bonnet.
Okay, we have got 3 more to put on, but I will. So I get this bit right, just because I can actually put some more decals on my car. Um, we're definitely in agreement that we're putting Brembo, Rays. What are we putting on for tyres?
See, I like Dunlops.
I knew you were going to say Dunlop.
I like
Because,
Dunlops.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, and this is actually true. I like Dunlop as well, but I'm thinking about the car.
It's a lot of yellow.
So, it's not yet. Well, it's not so much with the yellow, but it's not one that I don't think they use. I think they tend to go with something like Toyo tires or something like that.
Toyo, yeah.
Toyo tires is one thing, or the I can't even say this one, Yokohama.
Yakima.
Yokohama. That's it. Or we can go for Dunlop just to be unique.
Let's go. I quite like the blue with Toyo tires.
When you say you like the blue, is this
Oh,
01
oh yeah,
or 03?
03.
I thought you were going to say that.
I think I can just fit them in. Yes, that is spot on. Right there. Lovely. Lovely job.
Okay, while you're placing that one, I'm actually placing on my other ones as well. And for the benefit of the stream, if you're wondering why I'm duplicating these, it's mainly for sizing. And you'll see how it looks when I get it just
I bet that's
right.
what you say to all the girls.
I was waiting for that sort of comment to come out. Moving on swiftly.
Last one that I tend to put in is actually there's two that I tend to put in. One is from the media logo, and somewhere in there I always put like a GoPro logo, but we can put that on something else, some other part of it, I guess.
Well, I've got the tyre, the wheels, and the brakes on my car now.
Cool.
So I'm just going to see how much space I have.
I'm just going to stick...
Because of how I've sized my stuff, it actually comes out quite well.
Yeah. Well, I'm just sticking a IGN logo.
IGN?
IGN, you have to know who IGN is.
Hang on, is this still on the bonnet, just for
Yeah,
reference?
I'm just sticking that on the bonnet as well.
And you said you had no room.
Well, you'll understand. You'll understand when you see it.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at my car. It looks a bit cramped, so I'm just going to squeeze it down, so I might be falling a little bit behind.
Japan, like this, like that. Lovely. Yeah, nice. Cool. Sorted. Right, I'm just going on to the body. Do you do next, or what do you do?
I'm falling a little bit behind. Just bear with me 1 second, and I will be with you, because I just want to
One.
make sure we... Huh? Okay, more than a
One.
second. More than 1 second. Right, I have got... Ooh, crud. No pressure. Okay, so I've got the Toyo tires. What was the last one that you said?
IGN.
I...
Tokyo IGN. Well, it's not Tokyo, Japan IGN. It's
Where is
under
it?
media logo.
And it's under IGN. IGN. Right, I take it you're going with either 02?
I've gone with the. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Why were you there? Oh, it's because it's on not on bonnet. That's why. Japan. IGN Japan 01.
Okay, I'm going to place this slightly differently on my car.
That's sort of what I've done with it. It just looks in a different spot. I quite like that. I
And
quite like.
and did you mention another one as well?
The usual GoPro.
Gotta have GoPro on there, no question about that. I presume you've gone with 02?
Yes.
Okay, there are two more brands that I would normally put on. One of them is the Tag here, and also the Gran
Tag
Turismo
what?
one. Tag here, Heu. Shut up! I don't know how they pronounce it.
Tag hauler.
Tagula. Thank you.
Tag
It's
hauler.
because I've never heard anyone mention it before. I'm not joking. I've just never heard anyone mention it before, so I have no idea.
Oh dear
Okay,
God.
I'm not going to put any more brands on there. I put the GoPro one and I put the IGN one on there. I will be putting on the tag here,
Hauler.
that one, but I will be putting it on the back.
Nice.
Actually,
Don't worry.
yeah, I will be.
I've made my spot. It's nice. I like it.
Where? What?
No. You'll see. You'll see. Don't worry.
So what is this? Are we talking about the same one?
No, I stuck to bonnet and tag hauler.
Alright, so we are still on the bonnet.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
No,
If
I
that's...
just like there was a little spot and it just fits in perfect.
Alright, I'm going to try and do the same thing. I bet the way I've designed it has made it harder for me.
You're just making excuses for yourself now. Come on.
Possibly. Actually, no. I think if... I'll be amazed if me and you get this in the same position, but...
I doubt it so much.
Looks can be deceiving.
I've got a question for you. So I'm thinking when we get to doing the sides,
Uh-huh.
taking the um honeycomb type design thing
Mm-hmm.
and then changing it to yellow and then across the back wheel.
Now, I'm glad you said that, because I also had another idea just to make it bolder.
Mm.
And I had an idea which I think you might like. I will explain as I go to it. But I put my tag here. So, just to confirm, just to make sure we got the right thing. So we got AM, Alpine Stars, Champion, Redline Oil, Texaco, Brembo, Rays, Toyo Tires, GoPro, IGN Japan, and Tug Heuer. Shut up.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the one.
Okay, I'm happy with that. Now for the sides. Okay, shall I tell you what I was thinking?
Go for it.
Right, so for the left side, I am thinking, I just want to see if the shape exists first. Bear with me.
Baron.
Okay, the actual pattern doesn't look like it exists. However, we can make it work. Okay, if you go into shape 1,
Body.
whoops,
Shape 1. Yeah.
and you want to basically go for a simple, in fact, go for 0104.
Oh,
The,
shoot. 0104.
yeah, now, I don't think you were expecting that, were you?
No, I went down, like, literally down to the bottom of it.
Okay, now, before moving the shape and stuff, now, if you try and make it so it goes at an angle, I'm thinking go from... In fact, bear with me a second, I'll let you know. This can be abandoned, but I think what I'm looking at is, you know where the window ends and it goes to the fuel cap? It's sort of like a groove, isn't there?
Yes.
So if you marry that corner all the way down to the back of the tire, so basically it's at a 45-degree angle, but the corner basically starts in that wedge.
I see what you're trying to do.
And there is a reason for it, and the colour for it is going to be black.
Got ya.
We might want to make the back of it black as well, just to make it sort of look decent as well. And we want that to marry on the other side as well. In fact, we want to get the design element of it sorted out first. So, what I will do, and then when you've done that, duplicate that same shape.
Onto the
and
other
then,
side.
That as well. But duplicate in the same position, duplicate the shape, and then go on to replace decal, and then go on to... Do we want it to be like a shadow effect of that hexagon shape?
You can do.
And then if you find that, and then we want to change the colour to that...
Same yellow.
the same yellow, yeah.
It should still be on the palette. Let me just see. Cool.
Okay, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
The question is, can you take that shape from the bonnet and put it onto there? Is that what you're trying to do?
Not so much the shape, I think the problem I'm having is that it's not the right way round. But I want it so the shadows go away towards the back of the car.
Try and... Oh, there it is. Oh. See, like, I don't know, that seems to work for me.
Whoops. Okay, maybe not have... Okay, I'll tell you what. Scrap the black two-tone colour idea.
Really? I'm liking it, man.
Alright, did you say it was working for you, or wasn't working for you?
Was. It is.
Oh, right. I misheard you.
No,
Sorry,
it's working.
Pete.
No, it's working. Working.
Okay, so I think my only concern is the way the actual rectangle shape goes. Do we want it to go like, if you're looking at the left side, do we want it to go from like top left to bottom right.
Mm,
Judging by that silence, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
no. Because I have a feeling I've most probably done something completely different.
Okay, that makes this interesting. Okay, tell you what. For the benefit of what I suggested, as long
Let's
as
say
there's,
yes.
let's just say, yeah, we're gonna design something different, right? But we are
they're,
going for the
they're,
same
they're the same car but different. Like, no, they're the same car, colours, design, but different.
but but oh dear, this is actually quite going to be quite interesting. And just for the record, the color of my back is black
Out of context, that sounds wrong.
for the purpose of delivery.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
accepted.
yeah, yeah. Rear. Shape. That. That.
When you look back at the stream, you're going to think I am actually quite good at designing these.
What, yourself or myself?
Well, I haven't seen yours yet, but we are learning from each other in terms of how we design things and stuff, and you're seeing
Yeah.
how I design things as well. So, yeah,
It's
I'm actually
it's
looking.
it's it's in like it's interesting to see how you like I would do it differently, but seeing like how you do the bonnet first actually helps me out towards the sides. Whereas like I
Yeah,
would always do the one side first, duplicate the lot on the other side, and then mess around with the bonnet and all the rest of it after that. But I'd spend hours on the bonnet.
because the good thing is the reason why I do it this way is because it means that you know your limitations.
Yeah.
Well, I say limitations because let's be honest, the limitations are endless until we run out of decal space.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a
Ultimately.
case of it just look, you kind of know how much you're putting on. So we know the brands that we want to put on. We know the sort of stuff we want to put on there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to look back at this, and I don't know. Okay, I'm changing my hexagon idea. Gonna create a few more. Gonna create a bit more work than I wanted to. I've scrapped the idea of the shadow effect on the hexagon, by the way. So
Mhm.
I am sticking with the with the solid shape.
Got ya.
It's gonna be requiring a bit of patience.
Just trying to.
I feel sorry for the people watching the stream because it's it's painfully slow.
Still got to race the bloody things, yeah.
Oh yeah, we do, don't we? I forgot.
I mean, everybody knows who's going to win, but
Oh yeah.
spoiler alert.
Ouch.
Do I change that? It's a bit weird, actually. No,
The
keep it like that.
angle is the hardest thing I have noticed on this car.
You're over there.
I'm fine. It's just the patience element of this design. I am putting a lot of effort into this. That's the only thing, though. I say that I'm very good at making car liveries, mainly because I know I put a lot of time and effort into them.
Yeah.
But it's
That's the
just,
thing is like you'll get all like I'll get this way. I'll get really OCD about everything that I'm putting onto it.
well, in real life, as you well know, I'm a perfectionist anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like you
If it's
want
yeah.
things. Oops.
If it's not right, it's not finished.
Yeah, it's like a smallest bit of detail out of place can make all the difference.
I agree.
I know what people are going to be thinking. I mean, obviously you don't know what I'm designing at the moment, but I know people are going to be thinking, what the heck?
What is this mess?
The
Right.
thing is,
Uh, it,
I've changed my mind slightly about how much I'm putting on because I am always remembering the most important thing. Less is more.
oh yeah, it's infinity. Okay, cool.
And you know what? I'm actually not going to put any more on that car because my little design has taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on just one side, just for the hexagons.
Jesus. Oh, that looks cool. Okay, okay, I need to get this sorted. I've don't mind me. I've just started doing decals.
That's fine. I think the rule is now is that as long as we put the same
Same
ones on,
from the bonnet.
it
Yep.
doesn't it doesn't matter how we do it. As long as we've agreed that we've got a main brand which is advertised that dominates basically.
Yeah. Ooh.
And can I point another thing out as well? We have forgotten to put one more very important decal on.
Pack.
Yes! It just occurred to me as I was saying it.
Whoops.
Actually, I think I might know where to put it. But I'm just going to have a look to see what powers this allows me to do. Ah! I am not going to be defeated by a terrible. Oh, yes! Okay, right. When you've got a convenient moment, could
Yeah.
you let me know?
Yeah.
Well, I have a suspicion that convenient moment is soon.
Right, I don't. I'm just trying to play something so it doesn't look out of place. Yes. What are you thinking of?
Right, if you go onto others,
Yes.
and then now you know your back end of your car. Is it grey still, or is it black?
It is now black.
Okay, so for starters, on that you know that grey panel on the rear window.
Let's see. Hold
Oop, I messed up.
on. Sure.
So if you make it black, so basically we want that whole back end to be black. That's if
Yep.
I'm seeing the car the same way as how you are.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, now I'm debating on the colours soon, but that's where I'm putting the pack.
Oh, I get you. So what have you that from the roof? I'm guessing.
Yeah, so I've done it from roof and I've just made it go to the back.
That's if I can find the P. Oh. Oh, it disappears. Where's it gone? It's
Yeah, it
there.
will disappear, but it is there if you shape it to a point. Now, the question is, do we want the colour of it to be the same as the yellow? Now, bearing in mind, on our t-shirts, yes, people, we have our own t-shirts. Um,
Nothing
do we want to
to.
have it the same colour as that yellow?
Ugh. Or do we want it the pack blue? Just to mix it up a little bit.
If we're going to mix it up, I would put the back panel as that navy blue.
Yeah, I'd say.
I'll have a look and I'll see how it looks. Okay, now I'm angling this slightly differently. Okay, I'm going to have a little experiment and see what this car looks like with the blue. It actually looks quite cool in the navy blue because it's its main individual panel, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the fact that it covers out the black thing, it looks like I've just basically put, yeah, I've just customised my car, I've just put a massive PAC on the back. And I won't put anything else on that actual panel, but I will be putting something on the roof. And just to prove the fact that we are supporting Gran Turismo in this, I
Yeah.
do put on the... No, that's the wrong logo. I put on the same... Okay, I say, if we're going to do the same sort of design, Gran Turismo, do we want to have a white, black, or a multicoloured one? A different coloured one, even.
Good question.
Now, my question is, what colour is your roof?
It is grey at the moment.
Okay, let's keep it grey,
Same. Yep.
but let's put the 02, which has the logo. Actually, no, scrap that idea. Let's have the Gran Turismo colour, but just the Gran Turismo logo. So it's the black one, so it's Gran Turismo 06, and it's basically in the middle.
Yep.
And we're not changing the position of it, it just stays on that 90-degree angle. And it's, or do you want to make it the 90-degree angle?
Well, two sets. I'm just moving some stuff around. That looks good. And with that. Yes, I like that actually. Sorry. Bear with me, I'm just changing something. There it is.
Actually, I think I might leave that as it is.
Cool. Yep, no, I like that. Is there any way of like selecting multiple layers and making them one layer?
I haven't got that far into knowing how to do it. If it's possible, I would definitely tell you within a heartbeat. But I've never actually
Yeah, I
tried
know.
it.
I'm just trying to add a layer. One below, add a layer, one above, hide layer, no. Check. Edit area. either way, that one works for me. Don't tend to either. It just looks out of place, you know?
Yeah. Okay, there is one thing I do.
You
I do.
do.
I do. You know, on the bottom, you're talking about you're doing the side panels. Now, I do something quite interesting with mine. So, I am actually putting a black strip at the very bottom of the card, so it acts as like a side skirt.
I think I know what you're trying to do. Yep.
But what I tend to do is that I also use it as a clean advertising spot because I've noticed with previous designs it makes it bond quite well.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
And I can't believe I'm about to do this. I'm going to put some hexagons on there as well. Just one.
What else? Red line oil. It's starting to look a bit smart, this is.
It's amazing on how quick and how well designed a card can be if you put a lot of patience into it. Don't get me wrong, it's very, very tiring after a while, but it does look very, really appealing. I was going to say, you're probably ahead of me when it comes to designing the thing.
I'm a little bit. I'm guessing I might be a little bit ahead of you. Who else do we go with? Texaco, don't we? Texaco?
Texaco. Texaco all the way.
Oh, I know where I'm going to put the tag holder. That's cool. That. What else? Ah, raise. Raise. Don't forget raise. Jesus.
Where is it? There it is.
Behind you.
It's behind you. I have actually done so. I'm not sure if you put any design on the front of the car.
Not yet, I am going to.
Okay, that's a very bad way of describing it, but it's actually the front fender of the car.
Yes.
Have you done something to that?
Not yet. Front fender decals wise, I just go in primarily with that. I don't tend to put anything decorative wise.
Ah. I tend to, but...
Two, but.
Though, because I'm trying to angle it and it's very difficult. Actually, I don't know what that's going to look like, so I'm going to see what that looks like. Oh yeah! I like that. That's giving it a bit of, was I really going to say the word class?
Wow.
Wow. How did I get reduced to that? Wow. On that bombshell, I'll move on swiftly. Yeah, I'm going to change that to white because I can't see it very well. So, now I've got to try and remember the design. Now, usually this doesn't take me too long to do because I know what we put on. I find it funny how we're advertising Brembo brakes and the brakes aren't actually Brembo.
The NSX.
NSX.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'm sure
Can't
they
have
get over it.
everything.
I'm sure they get over it.
Yeah, we'll get critics saying,
Critiquing.
that's not right. Do you know what? I actually can't see my car.
You can't
That's
see your
alright.
car.
I can't see the design of my car. It's basically what I've done the black line, and
Sure.
black is quite a hard colour to see.
Yes.
So I am trying to get it so that it's level. In fact, I'm actually going to redo that whole entire panel because it didn't work. Trial and error, that's what it's all about. Trial and error.
Trying to stick a IGN logo in is not looking great. Or like it just doesn't fit.
Have we hit a flaw in our design?
No, it just didn't look the part. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
sometimes it
I think
fits in, sometimes it doesn't. Type of deal.
that's the only thing when it comes to designing a car livery. It's like some stuff goes, some stuff doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's just
It's
trying to
like
find the right balance.
see like the champion and on my car at least it the it figuring out how to I might move them around actually. Yeah, screw it. You go there like so, and then Alpine Star you can move over that way.
Right. I'm actually going to stick with your plan. Do the decals and then do on one side and then reflect it on the other.
Yeah,
Now I think about it, how many did we actually have?
good point.
Too many to count.
Who knows?
The heavy breathing says it all. The concentration is at maximum.
Oh, that looks good there. Just right there. Cool. And then move those actually over
And
there.
if anyone tells me, yeah, I know it's white and I'm putting it on white, but just remember this is actually black. Toyo tires. Toyo tires. Why did I just move my thing when I know I've got to do that? Toyo, Toyo, Toyo. And it's going on black.
Oh, hold on. Then move around it. There we go.
I can't see my logo. Because I've done it just so for reference, I've kind of changed the colour of my thing. But the problem is it's so, because it's white, I can't see it.
Fair enough.
Okay, I give up. I'm changing the colour. So I can actually see what I'm doing.
Okay, that don't work like I wanted it to. Okay, get rid of that one, and so that's cool. I forgot to duplicate them all on the reverse. So I basically put them all in and then now having to go through all of them all over again.
Sometimes wonder if you've done the same thing as what I've done. But I've designed mine slightly interesting. Which sounds a bit stupid in a way, because it's like we're designing the same car.
That one. They're not going to look the same. Again, they're going to be have exactly the same things on them, but look
But positioned in this complete different way. Oh dear.
So they'll still look decent, but completely different. I quite like that thought in a way.
I like the thought. I've just got to hope that I deliver, if that makes sense.
On that note, apparently, I might be getting this wrong. It's most probably a bit of nonsense trivia, but apparently, if you were to mirror a lemon's DNA, you would have a lime.
What?
Yeah. They're the same but mirrored DNA wise. I like the most probably load of crap that somebody told me ages ago.
But
And I'm
just
gullible enough to actually believe it.
I just like the fact that your mind has been reduced so much while designing this livery. It's just like, I can't think anymore. We'll just design this.
I'm not gonna lie. It's just because I'm having to duplicate everything on the other bloody side, so mirroring just popped into my head.
Fair enough. I can live with that.
At least somebody can. Alright, is that one sorted? That's sorted. I think I finished the decals on the sides. Yes.
I am nowhere near. Actually, no, that's a lie, because once I got an idea of how things go, because it's the same thing as what I said before, it's finding that balance.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this too... I don't want to make it too overkill, but I don't want to leave it hanging, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
I do like how this is being designed, though. But I am concerned about this one-sided feel. Because you've got the front and the back to do now, haven't you?
Yeah, basically that's what I'm on now.
Right. I'm actually not far off where you are then, if that's the case.
Cool. Right. That. Duplicate. That way.
Oh, I forgot the IGN.
Don't forget IGN, jeez.
Oh no. I'm sorry. It was not intended.
By the way, not to talk about a different game, but whilst
While you're waiting for me, basically.
yeah, basically.
Just putting it out there.
So apparently, the new, or there might be a leak. I'm not quite sure if it's true yet or anything, but apparently, the new Assassin's Creed is coming out on the 19th
Ooh.
of June.
So I've just had that awkward silence for a brief moment because my brain just went blank. No surprise.
Because I thought it was going to be, or at least I read that it was meant to be end of September originally.
Yeah.
But obviously they've said it'll be holiday 2020. So if that is a good leak, I'll have it literally on the day of my birthday. So I'm not going to complain.
Convenient.
It's like they know.
Yeah, because I think we arranged an event, didn't we, that fell on the same sort of day, didn't it?
Did we? I can't remember. With everything that's been going on.
Hang on one sec.
Need to invest
Sorry
in
for
some
that.
WD-40.
Yeah, something we should probably advertise on this car. Okay, I don't... Part of me is not liking this, I'm not liking my design, and I don't know why. There's something about it which I'm disagreeing with.
Bothering you, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Sweet. Nice.
Which is not something that happens frequently with me. I'm just gonna try.
No, not that one. Not that one. Which one? GoPro. Nice. GoPro white? GoPro white. Where is it? There it is.
I'm even worrying myself with my design.
I mean, I wouldn't worry too much. It's not like it's going on YouTube or anything.
No, that's what you say. Someone could probably see this and they'll be like, we need to hire these guys as car designers.
Would they act? Would they act?
Well, someone's got to start somewhere.
True that. True that.
It's
But
appreciating...
But not on here.
Oh no.
I literally have nobody watching, so...
Well, this is the thing. I have no one watching. But then, there's nothing saying that they won't watch in the future. Right, I have now... I think I have fixed my problem. However... And that is a big however. There needs to be a couple of changes to some other parts of the car. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. First of all, I need to be able to see things, so putting black on black is not a good idea.
If I'm done before you, you're going to be so angry.
No, not really. The thing is
I would
because...
be.
Well, the thing... It really depends on what I'm designing.
Yeah.
I mean...
I'm curious. I'm interested to see which way we both gone in the finishing of the design.
Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. But I'm glad I did the change that I did. Because it's made it a bit more structured.
Yeah, I get you. Oh, Christ, I nearly forgot that. Don't forget to put the, you know, when the purchased... Oh, the microphone's a bit close. Don't forget to put your toe arrows on.
Yeah, the arrows, I actually don't have the toe one. There you go, there's one difference straight away.
Damn, Daniel.
I know.
Literally, damn, Daniel.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah, thank you.
You're right. What else? What else? Raise IGN. I guess I'll put another one of those. Oh, I didn't do it on that side.
Oh, blimey.
You numpty. No? Yes. I'm just waiting for the other half to come in. Are you going to come off yet anytime soon? She's already popped her head in.
Huh?
Laura, she's already popped her head in.
Okay, that is the side of my car done.
Yay.
Yeah, it took me about a decade. Have you put the Gran Turismo on the other side? I mean,
No,
on the roof.
not yet, not yet. I'm getting there. I'm just,
Ah, so you haven't done it yet.
no.
Hmm.
That is something that you've done that I haven't been able to get to yet.
I'm just mirroring everything at the moment.
Same.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who has got the best car of them all?
Thomas.
It had to be said. In the kindness of just
uh,
for entertainment purposes, of course.
I say that, but actually it has to be up to the people watching.
This is true. I also think we might like each other's cars for our own reasons.
Yeah, I get you.
But then some people might turn around and say, yeah, they probably don't like these cars, but I mean, they probably don't.
Leave a message in the comment section.
Yeah, there you go. Because the
Yeah.
only thing is, let's be honest, I like to see anyone. Well, actually, no, and I mean this generally. I love to see if anyone else can design a car similar to this.
Yeah.
I've just confused myself.
Ooh. Do I like that? Do I like that? Would it better without it?
Okay, that's on there. Where's my... Oh yeah, it's on the other side. Yeah. Right, I've got to go with that plan of less is more. Right, I'm now gonna... What are you doing at the moment? Are you doing the front or the back?
I am doing the front.
Right, I'm doing the front as well. Thankfully, there's not a lot of places we can put stuff on the front.
No, there's a lot of things going on at the front for it. Um,
Is there?
yeah. I've. Do I leave that or do it? I don't know.
I love the sheer vote of confidence.
Show layer. Don't show layer. I don't know. I think it would be better with it. Oh, damn, that's overlapping. What are you doing? Don't do this. Move layer. Da-da. There we go. Actually, now that looks like that. That's good. I like it. I've changed my mind. Well done. Right. To the rear of the car.
Well, I'm only one panel behind you. See, I've caught up. A strange twist of events has occurred. And then I struggle on the front of the car.
Where is my stuff?
Actually, I'm gonna abandon that slight. Yeah, I'm just gonna abandon everything.
I've just realised. I can't believe I just realised this. Putting these, like hexagons on, and at the back, the air outtakes, whatever they are, there are literally honeycomb air distributed type thing. You'll see. Like they're exactly the same. It's like it was meant to be.
So we're saying we've chosen the right thing for the right car. In fact, actually, before I forget, what have you put on the front of your car,
What do you mean?
decal-wise?
I haven't put everything. Um, hold on. Just
I
moving
put
some.
the tyres on because traditionally that's what they do. Um, I'm putting the wrong thing on the wrong place.
That's like that. Not like that. Not like that. 2 seconds. I'll draw it right there. Not like that. Cool.
Actually, I'm not going to put too much on the front of the car.
I didn't put too much, to be honest.
Because I am still going by the rule of less is more.
Yeah. So I've gone with Texaco, Tag Hauler, IGN, Raise, and GoPro.
Okay, you put a lot more on than I thought you were going to put on. But then, it's given me... How have you put all that on the front of the car?
I haven't put it on the front. I put it on like the side-ish boards.
I get you.
So like the Texacos, they're decent size, but at the front underneath the air intakes, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And then further around those air intakes on the left and right of pretty much the side of the car, I've just put the IGN, GoPro, Raise, and Tag Hauler. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Cool.
Now, I've changed my design slightly. I have gone for AEM,
Mhm.
Infinity, that is,
Mhm.
and Texaco, and Toyo tyres at the bottom.
Nice.
And that's all I'm going to put on the front, because I don't want to overhaul it. The back... Ah! I see what you mean. Now, with the back, I'm putting GoPro on. And I think I'm going to put something else on as well. Trying to find everything. It's impossible in this world of madness. I've already put tag here, here, here. Hmm.
Right, that. I haven't put any of those. Ah, good point. Go with that.
That's the interesting thing about this, though. It's like there's so much that we put on. It's just trying to find the space that you can't.
It's also like how to fit it, if that makes sense. Like I can fit it, but does it look right?
Yeah. Now I'm going to try something I've never done on a car before. And it works quite well. I better put the media thing on there as well. Just to keep you happy.
Oh, I need to put another toe. Mustn't
I made
forget.
it red just to make it a little bit different. I am actually advertising Rays quite frequently because I just love their wheels on here.
They are pretty sick. I'll give them their due on that one.
Hmm.
Red line oil. Red line oil. Haven't put a lot of red line oil. Cool. Like that, like that, and then I just need to put some Texaco ones. I think I might be there.
Yeah, same here, actually. And we finished at the same time! Whoa! Well, almost.
Almost. Nearly. Total? No, Texaco.
Do you know what? I am still not happy about that roof.
I think I'm going to skip the roof.
I've only put one thing on the roof, and that is the GT logo. And with how I'm going to design it, it actually works quite well. I'm not so sure. No, I am going to abandon that idea. But I think I'm going to turn around and say, my dearest friend, I have finished the car.
Damn.
And bearing in mind this was already a designed car, and I think we've just made it 10 times better personally. But I'm just having a quick 360 view on it, and I've already noticed something I'm going to change.
Yeah, no, I prefer that. Cool. Doesn't look out of place. Oh, does it?
Yep, I'm going to change one or two things. Just because it's bugging me. Hmm.
Okay. Rear wing. Last one. Rear wing. And I'm going to put... Yeah, well, it's better in black. Where are you up to?
I'm just adding a little bit more extra design to the car. Not too much, but because there's a little theme going on here, I just want to put this little touch on because it just feels right. I can't believe I just said that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how deep this decal design session has gone. And I want to do quickly the same to the rear. But how I'm going to do it on the rear, I have no idea.
Oh my god, I've done something here. It looks like it actually fits. Complete and absolute fluke, but I think it actually fits. So like, I put the Raise logo on the sides of the rear wing, not the rear wing,
Yeah.
and like they've overlapped. Like it's weird how it's done it, but it's overlapped onto the main part of the wing, the center part.
Right. The way you're talking makes it sound like it's very similar to how I've done it.
No, that's it actually.
Oh, that's amazing. If you have.
Shouldn't be too
I still want to fix this problem. But then I don't think there is a problem thinking about it.
2 secs, bear with me. I'm just chatting with the other half.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to quickly do one last touch. See what happens.
Andy's back.
Okay, and I have now finished.
Have you finished? 100% finished?
Awkward silence says it all.
It's never finished.
I'll finish until I say it's finished.
You know what? I can't help myself. There is one last thing I need to do. Because I don't think it looks correct. No. That.
You know what? I'm going to say it's finished. So what are we going to call our madness?
Pacosaurus. Pacosaurus Rex.
I'm gonna call it Pack E AEM livery. In fact, no, I'm just gonna call it Pack EEM.
I'm literally gonna call it Pachysaurus Rex.
Oh, that's if you can fit it on.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm gonna do the 3 colour schemes as well. So the main colour is that with the black with the gold. Of course I want to upload it.
No, I'm gonna delete that. Cool. I'm not gonna go with a roof design. I thought that I was, but I've decided against it. So NSX.
It's still saving.
Are you serious?
Yeah, now I'm showing it. So we're calling it. I'm just going to put the tag labels as Pack.
Kiosaurus Rex. Sorry, I can't help
Ignore
myself.
that, viewers. It's going under Pack Arcade
Kiosaurus Rex.
channel. Pack Arcade channel.
AEMMMM.
But it's going to be. In fact, what colour is it? It's more of a grey. So grey. I'm going to call it unique.
Unique. Unique.
And I'm just going to tag it Packy AEM. And then I'm just going to put a dash on it with together we are many as one, we are pack. And then I'm going to put designed actually I'm going to put inspired since we've designed it together.
Co-inspired?
Oh yeah, good point, yeah. So co-inspired. How do you spell co-inspired?
Co.inspired, I think.
Or co-dash inspired?
I guess.
Someone can co-inspired. Someone can correct me on this later. By Foggy and Nibbles. There you go. See how many people will like it on that. What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, because we have designed this car, I am going to cancel the stream and I will start a new one when we come to basically once we've exchanged our designs, and then we can actually start to race them. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this design livery. We will be back soon. Click on the next video to see the next stream where we race and compare our designs.
Basically what he said.
Yeah, so bye bye from me.
And bye bye from me, I guess.
Though the other reason why is because my dad just snuck in.
Yeah.
With my pizza, and I wasn't particularly happy about that.
With your what?
He snuck in with a pizza, which is throwing me right off prepared.
I've shared mine. Obviously, you shared yours. Oh my god, they're totally different.
I haven't seen this yet.
That's too cool. Oh my god, that's too cool. Like it's what I said. It's they're absolutely the same but completely different. It's brilliant.
All that thought. So when I catch that on the stream.
Well, I'm still streaming, so.
Oh wow! But me and you had the similar idea. No way! You actually did the same pattern that I did, nearly. Oh, that is actually quite cool. I'm sorry, guys, but that is really cool.
Yeah, I know. That is. It's weird, isn't it? But not in a bad way. I mean, in a good way.
I like how you went a bit OTT with the stripes. Because I completely got the wrong end of the stick.
No, I knew what you were saying in a way, and then I was like, does he mean like this or like this? And I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna do it this way. And then with the hexagon type thing, I was like, right, I'll put my twist on it and then see where we go with that. But I like yours just as much. You know, it looks sweet. Oh, it's so weird.
I've just got yours circling around me at the moment. Nice.
That's it. Look, yeah. Ah, I like how you've done like those stripes as well. Yeah,
But it
this all
gives you an
ties in
idea
really
of
well.
what you. But the good thing is that you can design it, and we can design it together. And the thing is, it looks like we've got the same car, and we're inspired by the same developers, as it were.
We've done like the pack thing on the back, completely different, but it's the same. If you know what I mean.
I will do when it comes to the round.
No, I'm waiting.
Ha 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 ha.
I bet you can't see it on mine, but like underneath that panel where the pack is, there's like a yellow bit as well, but it's like that faded, like yellow type thing. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like. Yeah, yeah. Happy with our designs. And like the grey and everything works.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. The thing is, people who are following us anyway, they're going to see me and you have the same thing. Me and you have got to comment on each other's, and then we can just say, yeah, check ours out, because we've got exactly the same design. That'll confuse a few people.
I know. Yep, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. just do one of those. Treated you to a like as well.
Did you say you were still streaming?
Yes.
Well, I should be about 5 minutes. So if you want to do a race in your lovely car,
I'm gonna give it a shot.
and then I will give you a race and I'll restart my stream.
Was it GT4 in it? Yeah, GT4.
GR4.
What I know I said G. I know it's a GR4, but I don't know why. I'll always call it a GT, whatever number it is. Group 3. No. I don't want a Group 3. Is it under professional? I think it is. Category 2, soft, GR2. No. No, no, no. I don't want that. Do I want that? Ah, there we go. Give Willow Springs a bit of a race, I guess.
Oh dear.
Four laps. That car. See what it does. Question is, flappy paddles or gear shifter? Flappy paddles, it's got flappy paddles, to be honest. She turns nicely.
Huh? Turns.
She does seem to have like a bit of a heavier rear end, so she tends to slip out a little bit at that.
Say that again?
changing livery already? Ah, come on.
I'm back. I will be restarting my stream again to do a race. I'm just looking at the car, just thinking how close and how far we were.
The car's got very good braking, I'll give you that.
That's good to know.
I think it's the driver that is very good at the moment, but we're getting there.
Someone else's LiDAR thing as well. We've got 3 likes.
I've just gone off right at the last corner. Oh no! And he comes third. Oh, what the hell? Oh, pathetic. It's weird, the last time I raced that track, I did exactly the same thing. Instead of going down into 4th gear, I was like, you know what, I'll be a little bit cocky and keep it in 5th. And in 5th it doesn't go, so you really do need to get it down to that 4th gear and then really hug the outer side corner right at the end there. Are you ready to go, or what are you doing?
I am ready to go. I'm just going to quickly stream my thing.
Oh, that doesn't look good. I'm telling you. I prefer all those trophies being gold. Not bronze. Bronze. Jeez. Come on. Not good enough. Oh, I've got achievements as well. Cool.
Okay, I'm starting broadcasting now.
Lovely job.
And we are back. joined by myself, Foggy, and Nibbles. We
Howdy.
have both just designed our GR4 car, and bear in mind we're not actually in person, down to down, but we basically thought we'll try a stream, we'll try and design a car, and we'll try and design it as best as we can, and with the information that we had between us. Only thing is, we had the same concept, but two completely different designs. I mean, for the benefit of my guys, this is my design. I'll do a complete 360. So we kept the hexagon look, we kept the infinity look as our main brand, and the right branding is along the bottom. Only main difference is that the numbers are different. And the pack on the back. Pack on the
Back
back,
on the
I
back.
like that.
Every time.
A good old pack on the back. And the ray wheels. Now we go on to Nibbles' design. Same concept, but a complete different design. And the one that strikes me the most is definitely the bonnet.
I did like that
But
bonnet. I saw where it was going and I liked it. So I did it.
but the funny thing is that on the front of the car you did the hexagons, and I did that as a last little modification on the front of my car. We haven't spoken to each other about it. We said we were going to do our own thing, but we still had a few principles. Even the pack on the back is different as well.
Yeah. Like
So
still the same. Like even like you say, you've sort of done it like on the front. You've done it so the hexagons go through. You have like the black back on it, and then the hexagons that go through it. Whereas I've gone all black on the front bumper and put the hexagons into that, and it's the same but different. It just it's weird. It's good weird.
it's
I like it.
clever. It's funny, but the good thing is that if we can design our, because I think on a pack level, even though I've now got more people liking it, but I think on the pack level as a community is that we want to design our own cars. We want to design our own sort of liveries and stuff. Because you've got your own colours being green, my colour being blue.
That's a good
I
point.
think
I
if
haven't
we
put a
can,
bit of green on there yet.
oh yeah, oh no.
No.
Well, we can always do that on the next car,
Uh,
but that'll be another time. But no, I'm actually quite impressed. Now, you're probably wondering why have I started this next stream, guys? Well, we are going to race in our cars. Now, have you upgraded your car, by the way?
no.
I have.
Keep it upgraded. I won't upgrade mine.
Oh dear. I know where that's going to go.
I won't upgrade mine, and you can keep yours upgraded. And you know, we'll see what happens.
I know what's going to happen. Now, bearing in mind, guys, I tend not to like to race against Nibbles sometimes because I always end up losing or spinning off the track. So, I think I'm going to put it down for race for real. Do I get say on the track?
Yeah, go with whatever you like to go with. Maybe even I'd say I don't Nurburgring if I wanted.
Oh, I'm not going to do Nürburgring. Not at night either. Alright, I'll give you a choice of time then. So, we've got 6 o'clock sunny or 6 o'clock rain, or we got 4:15 fine weather. What sort of time period?
Go with 4:15.
Okay, closest I can go for 4:15 is 4:35, and that's fine weather.
Yeah, do that.
Laps 5 or 6?
6. Give you a chance.
Boost I'll put on strong. It'll be a grid start.
Yay. So I'm never too keen on the old rolling starts.
No, neither am I.
I mean, I get it.
Saying that.
I get, like, you know, when it's proper racing, like real racing. But I do prefer a grid start.
Right. I have. Oh no, I have not. I forgot to name the thing. I'm going to label it as Pack AM because I can.
And you did.
Right. The track is created.
Okie dokie. I'm on my way.
Or will be created. Oh, I just love the design. I mean, I'm proud of my design. I know you're proud of your design. I just love the fact that me and you.
I love both of them.
But in fact, I do as well. I just love the fact that we both designed a car livery online, communicating through a stream, and it's just like completely different, but the same at the same time.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know how this is gonna go. I haven't driven this car yet, so this is gonna feel.
It's easy to handle. I don't know what it will be like once, like you've upgraded it. I mean, I'm not too sure what it's going to be like, but
I've tried to keep it balanced as I could.
I don't even have to go into settings and all the rest of it. It's great. It's quite nice.
I'm still getting used to it. I underestimated the braking. If this was in real life, this car would have crashed within a mile. It's a bit slidey.
Yeah, the rear end can step out on you quite easily.
Not always a bad thing. Yeah, I can see the hotel I stayed in. And what's really creepy is I actually been to this place in real life.
Yeah, I'm not jealous at all.
Don't know about you, I am happy to start the race whenever you are.
Go for it, man. Go for it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Let battle commence. Now, for those who have seen some of our previous streams, we have a little tradition. Flashy, flashy!
Flashy, flashy!
Flashy, flashy! Right, so, same car, same design.
One with a bit more power in it.
One with a bit more power. Two completely different drivers. I know who's going to win. I'm actually going to, for the purpose of the stream, I'm going to have it on my own view, and then I'm going to replay the playback, and then we can actually see what's going on.
Caught the wall. It just jumped out at me.
The walls are solid. They don't move.
That one did.
What, is it a flexible wall? Yeah,
I feel like I screwed myself over it.
You? Screw over? Never. Yeah, but the thing is that you know how these races tend to happen. I tend to spin out and it takes me a while to get back on track. It'll be interesting because I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this video, sorry, race the race, do the playback, and I'll look at you and you can look at me. Then we can see how people's driving styles are. See if we can learn from each other on that one. Oh, you're quite close behind me.
Were you talking and not realising?
Yeah. I think that's the only reason why I crash. I can never do 3 things at once. Then I am on my favourite track.
Oh, and look who's
What happened?
I spun out. I hit the wall. And that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. There we go. And we're back off.
But the thing is, though, anything can happen in this race. You know what happens with me.
Yeah, I know. If you let it go to, you know, this car seems to have like a little bit of a limit of how far you can push it.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be certain cars where I find like you can just by the skin of your teeth be able to pull off a certain corners.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it will if you don't try to push it too far over that edge.
Now,
if you do it just bites you.
I was going to say, it's basically like one of those sort of saying, treat it like, no, you treat it like how you treat your woman. With kind of respect.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I would have to ask the wife.
I've just remembered that I'm streaming this. Oh dear. How many daggers can I feel in the back of my head? The only thing I have noticed, GR4 seems to be a good brand of car to use. Sorry, category of car to use, but I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to catch up.
I know, that's why you're going quiet.
Basically. It's like you're saying, like, chatting and everything else.
Yeah, the biggest distraction. That cost me about 0.180 of a second.
Although I doubt, even though I'm coming out with purples, I doubt I've got the fastest lap. Oh, yes he has! Yes he has! 2 seconds, apparently.
So we've got fastest lap. So, despite me being
The faster car.
Yeah, this is the thing, it also depends on how you take corners. That's the main purpose of this race, because we can also compare two things as well. What's the difference between an upgraded car to a non-upgraded car? And that might be something we could do in another stream. We have the same car, and we upgrade it in a way where we can actually make it better.
See, like, the difference.
Yeah, that's what I want to do when we do the replay. You all know what? Because it'll be interesting to see how you spun out.
I know. I just went in there too hot. Caught the rear end and yeah, that was it. The end spun out.
And the wheel moved.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The fact that the back end springs out is not always a bad thing, you know.
It depends for the track and like driver style.
This is the thing, because me and you have two completely different driving styles as well. I mean, I've collided into a wall about 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. See,
So
like
it's not-
you don't mind it if there's a bit of if it's a bit loose at on the rear of the car, whereas I prefer it with like a lot more grip.
Yeah. Well, it depends on, it's like you said, it depends on the race, and it also depends on how quick you go, and how quick your car can accelerate out of it as well. I mean, this bit here, for example, that was a gamble, but it paid off. I'm aiming the fastest lap now.
Has he got it?
Oh! Jeez. That was tough. The question is, have you got it?
Ta-da!
Now that's interesting,
Yeah.
because I'm in the faster car, so why is that happening? Try again. Now I know what my final lap is to beat. This is going to be tight. Oh! Oi, oi, oi. Now that's interesting. I took those two laps slightly different.
Yeah. Oh
Now
well.
before you...
Oh well. Damn it! I didn't get it.
Right,
So close.
before you exit, let's take a replay and we'll look at each other. Pole position and fastest lap.
Screw you.
38,600, 710 points, distance 26.8, 380 experience.
You know I said earlier that I had 1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had half that. I can't believe I forgot.
Now the thing is, I can't look at the replay. Driving options.
No.
Oh, we can't
Oh,
look at the replay.
replay? Hold on. Let me see.
There's no replay.
Save replay? I don't know. I've saved the replay.
Oh yeah, so have I.
Have a look at it later. Or now? I don't know.
I'm gonna look at it now. So, in fact, what I'm gonna do, Okay, I'm trying to figure out how you find the replay.
You go into my library.
That would help. So, if we both look at the library, let's look. You look at me, and I'll look at you.
I beg your pardon.
Excuse me.
Excuse
me.
Hold on, they've decided to award me a car apparently.
Yeah, daily thing.
Yeah. What is it? A Honda S800. It looks like a Morris
That's
Minor.
not bad. So,
Dad used to have one of those, I think. Right. Library.
okay. Let's take a look at this replay.
Right, where am I going to? Where am I going to? Where am I going to?
But I'll play mine at the same time as yours, so then we're looking at the right bit.
Replays. There we go. Play. Right, loading? It's loading,
Yeah,
loading,
likewise.
loading.
Keep loading, 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 loading. Keep
Hurry
loading,
up.
loading, loading, loading. Right. Replay is now starting. Flashy. Flashy, flashy.
Flashy, flashy. Not. It's still loading. Jeez, come on.
Okay, so mine's gonna be a little bit ahead of mine, but I'm what? Ah, I can stop it. So
I am just at the flashy. There we go, flashy.
yeah, just before you start moving. Pause there. So on 20, so stop it on 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yep, and then we'll play it together. That way, I will be reviewing Nibbles' footage, so you know what he saw, because we can always see it on mine. And then Nibbles, if he's still streaming.
I am still streaming.
Cool. So then he can see what I do, and we could probably see how good or how bad we race, basically. But and we'll see how things go. So, are you ready?
Let me just see. I'll just pass over to you. There we go, and we are off. So I see that you've got a very good head start on me. I'm never good at the.
I played it, by the way, so I'm going now.
Yeah, same. I'm never good at the starts. Like you guys always seem to be able to catch me off the starts for some reason. Although you seem like a bit tentative to go into that corner, like you had to dig at it a couple of times before you went in.
Previous experiences, that's what it is.
Like you picked the corner and then you realise that that wasn't the apex off it. And yeah, like it's
have you got it so like? Have you got it so that it's like a drive-by? You know, like how they do in Formula 1, where they see your car as it pans across.
Yeah.
Press R1 to do it.
Ah, yeah.
It's quite cool. I can see where you crashed into the barrier. To be quite honest, it could have been an interesting race. I mean, I don't know. With the extra with the extra power,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, it helps. But then sometimes it could have a disadvantage as well.
Yeah.
Because
Look,
the more power you have,
in the straights, it does seem like obviously you're going to get that much more power out of it than them itself.
yeah.
I'll say if I hadn't spun off in that chicane, like I'd still be behind you about whatever I am now. Because it's weird. Because you'll see as we come through the tunnel, I seem to catch up with you at the end. At the other side of the tunnel.
I had the slipstream quite strong in this car.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the car now, I mean, I can see myself still in view. But I find it interesting because it's like, I look at how you race, and I see how I race.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious to know how you do your braking at this tight hairpin, as it were.
Like I didn't get it right. I think on the third lap or fourth lap, I think I missed the braking point.
But you went round it nicely on my screen.
Yeah, I just went a bit too deep on one of the laps.
We should be commentators.
Just on each other. But also, like, I don't know, I find like I get into a rhythm, like definitely a zone that I can get into, and then like the corners just seem to come to me, I guess, in a way. It's weird.
But
Is that where I crashed?
Nope, not yet. Not according to my screen. But I have noticed something quite... There it is. Now you spun out.
Here you go.
Okay, now I see what happened.
Yeah.
You must be going at some speed for that to happen.
Yeah, it was going fast. But I just didn't brake properly.
But do you know what I find quite interesting as I'm looking at your your stream. No, I can't see your stream. But when I'm looking at your driving style, it's not that far off what I do.
Apart from you hit the walls.
Yeah, so have you. But then you look a little bit later on through my drive. I think it's like not the last lap, but the lap before. It's actually a clean lap.
Yeah.
But then you say that, and I can see the front of your car damaged. I see.
Yeah, I know. It took a bit of a shunting, that did.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to change the view so I can actually see inside the car. And I'm going to see how you do your power on your next lap. And then you could probably do the same on mine as well. So you press R1 so it goes on the inside of the car. You can see how I accelerate.
I think it's lap, 5. That was like the cleanest one for me.
Yeah, it's the cleanest one for me as well. Are you sure you're not me?
No comment.
Well, we are driving the same car.
See, like, you know the second corner chicane type thing on the bridge? After the sharp turn, you come up, and then it veers to the right and then left. Like that, it seems like that first corner, because you don't catch it correctly, it throws you off into that second corner. Does that make sense?
There is one thing I've noticed. Do you brake at any point during some certain aspects of the track?
Yeah.
I can hear your engine tone.
Yeah, but I also use like the gears to sometimes slow down. It depends. It's hard to explain.
No, I totally understand.
Like you basically have to you'll have to be on the cusp of where you can shift down without it slowing you down too much, and then literally it's like down one gear and immediately back up to 4th gear, because if not you're just going to be pummeling the engine, and you won't gain anything out of it. Like you have to really have that fine balance.
Well, I've just watched you do a lap on the inside. Now I'm quite intrigued, because when I look at you driving on the inside, it's actually like I'm doing it myself. I think the only difference is that I would actually probably crash and burn.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting. It's like, it just surprises you how much concentration you need, even in a simulator game.
Were you using your analog sticks?
I was using my analog sticks for this part, mainly because my steering wheel's backed away. But I will be using my steering wheel going forward.
No, I can, I'm just watching it. I can tell that it isn't the steering wheel.
Because I go full one way and then full the other.
Yeah, like there's a lot of, it bounces a lot, like left and right.
Yeah, I will be honest, it was going to be being lazy to get the whole thing out, but
no, it's fine.
Yeah, you would never hear that on a real racetrack. Oh, I was too lazy to get my steering wheel out, so I used an analog stick instead.
Yeah.
Didn't go anywhere, but I see what you mean.
What's that?
About your 5th lap.
Is this the 5th lap? I don't even know where I'm looking.
I think so, if I'm counting it correctly. But I've noticed that the engine, well, basically it's clean. There's not been any wall collisions.
Yeah, nah. There might be a few scrapes and scratches, like you'll kiss, I'll most probably kiss the wall, but just slightly. But it hasn't lost any speed. It's still going.
And then watching it as a pan.
Oh.
What?
like that first corner just stepped out on you.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Oh yeah, you can't get that corner. But that one's alright. But you really have to shift down. It's weird. Not weird, but like, I understand why you have to do it, because it seems like the car is really not that.
But if anything, there was a point where I'd never used the gears at all. I just didn't accelerate. I just lifted my foot off.
Yeah.
At that point, for example. Quite strange, but it worked. But you can see what you mean by the back end of it, right? You can just see it trying to flip out.
Yeah. Right, you should be at some point coming up to the 5th lap. I don't know, it just came together really well.
Same thing again with you, and yeah, you go around it a lot cleaner than I do.
It's getting those apexes, mate.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's about. Getting some clean apexes.
Every time I'm hearing you say that, I'm thinking, what have I done? What have I done to survive and cause you to go, oh no!
Is this going to be the one? Is it going to be the one where you're going to be able to go around it without touching the wall? No. Right, slow down. There you go, back on path.
I should pre-warn you guys, although you guys saw me do the race from my perspective, I should pre-warn that Nibbles is also streaming as well. I will paste the link, in fact actually no, rephrase that. Both streams for this event will be on the Pack Arcade channel. We'll label which one is ours and which one is yours, and yeah, you can compare. I mean, like I said, this is more of an experiment more than anything else, because this is something we're going to probably be doing not frequently, but it'll be something different depending on what the circumstances are with my current situation, because as you know, it is May and we are in lockdown.
Right, I'm gonna straight up do the old commenting thing on your last lap, seeing as you got the fastest lap.
Oh dear, here we go. In fact, I'm going to observe.
Or is this the last lap? I think this might be the last lap. I'm not too sure.
This is the last lap because we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds on the last lap.
Yeah, that's it. That's all done.
So I'm looking at
I'll have to do it next time.
I'm going to hear you commentate.
Oh yeah, next time round I'll commentate on your lap. We'll have to do it. We'll have to alternate laps. You comment on mine and I'll comment on yours.
Well, if you comment on mine now, just to see how bad I really am, because I'm looking at mine now as well. So, go ahead.
No. I'll call it a day at that. I'll call it a day at that. Well done.
Thank you.
I guess I'll have to take back what I said earlier and all the rest of it. So.
But to be fair, I did have a slight advantage. One,
what, the faster car?
I had a few advantages. I had a controller.
No, I wouldn't say the controller's an advantage. I think the steering wheel's more. But
then I didn't have a manual. I can't do manual on
good point.
A controller. So when I say controller, I also had it in automatic. But the thing is, I'm also getting used to using the steering wheel because I mean, it's a different way of playing, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's also just a case of trying to adapt to it as well.
yeah.
But practice makes perfect, and I will be using it frequently, and that way it'll be fair game all around. But the thing is, we can prove that we can come up with two completely different designs on the car delivery, despite the fact we did it over stream, and we come out with some two completely different. But the thing is, I think it looks quite cool. I
Yeah.
mean, I've always said to people who support what we do is that as long as you advertise some form of pack, then you're supporting our group. I know you were saying about the green livery as well. In fact, saying that, do you remember the first car we did?
And the first one, I'm actually looking through my
For,
cars now. Actually,
yeah, I mean, for the benefit of my for the people viewing my stream, I mean, I'm still working on this car as a pack livery, but some of the cars that are already pre-existing, the Porsche, for example.
oh, what the Viper?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that car. Nice car.
I know. I'm doing two, three different things here. What's going on? Ah.
Right. I think I'm gonna have to give it a call for today on my stream, and that and the wife's calling me to do dinner. It's 6 o'clock,
No,
and you know what I mean.
but no, I will say thank you very much for joining me in the joint stream together.
Yeah.
Same time next week if we think,
Y-
or whenever,
whenever we can.
whenever, whenever we can. Like I said, this has been a little experiment. I hope you guys liked it who are watching. I know me and Nibbles have.
Yeah, definitely.
And no, it's been a real experience. And if you do have anything you'd like to say that supports us or gives us a few pointers, or if you've learned something from us, we'd like to know. But
Click on
yeah,
that thumbs up.
yeah, thumbs up, subscribe for more content. This isn't the only game that we will be doing. We will be doing some other streams as well. But for now, it's just Gran Turismo. Because we both like driving and we can't drive under the lockdown conditions because, yeah,
Far.
it's a sad world.
No
But
worries.
anyway, thank you very much, Nibbles.
To you
And
too.
thank you much for you guys at home.
Alright.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers. Bye, guys.
Cheers. Bye bye. There, aren't
Yeah, I'm still there. No, I don't
you?
know. I'm the thing is, I'm still streaming. I'm trying to turn it off. Oh, there we go. All right. Now you can say goodbye, and now I can go. Right. Bye.